Hi, I'm Peter Bodo with Tennis.com's U.S. Open Report. Day 11 was a fairly slow day out here. There's always some good doubles going on out there on Arthur Ashe, and it's kind of a pity. Nobody gets in to see it. It's really overshadowed by the singles. But the real deal today was Roger Federer. He was the only game in town. He went on against Gilles Muller, a qualifier who'd come down from a two-set deficit 2 times in his tournament and had the tournament of his life here getting to the quarterfinals. It's kind of funny with Federer. The more he comes in here and people are talking about his body language, how he doesn't look confident. They're talking about missed shots. They're talking about the way he's been sort of crying out and making noise. And of course when he challenges, leave it to Roger. Instead, some of these guys just wink at the umpire, point to the line. Roger goes, "Challenge!" and he's almost always wrong. The idea though that he's off form is really not borne out by the statistics. I mean, the guy's been winning his matches. Today, granted, he's playing a qualifier, but he cruises through in 3 sets. He's playing a left-hander with a good serve, a tough volley. Roger hung in there very well. We haven't seen the last of Roger Federer, that's for sure. And coming up, we have the women's semifinals, 2 very compelling matchups, both of them in the daytime. There's no more play at Arthur Ashe Stadium. The first match pits Dementieva against Jankovic. Jankovic has been #1 briefly this year. There's a big mix-up at the top over who's going to end up #1. We won't know till the end of the tournament. And what I'm looking for in a Dementieva-Jankovic matchup is a big battle of the baseline hitters. Jankovic is the best retriever and maybe the best all-around athlete on the tour today in terms of getting to balls, making these great scrambles and gets. Dementieva is a player cut from similar cloth. But the big difference is Dementieva's been playing very aggressively this year. The key to her successful run in Beijing Olympics to the gold medal and also here at the U.S. Open has been that she's taken a few more chances. She's served pretty well, gone for more with the ground strokes. I'm looking for Dementieva to be taking a big crack at Jankovic's serve. That's the weakest part of Yelena's game. And if Dementieva's going to win, she's probably going to have to get to that serve. In the second match, the mystery woman of the U.S. Open, Dinara Safina, goes up against the Queen Bee of the U.S. Open, Serena Williams. Safina took her game to another level when she reached the French Open final in June, and she's actually backed that up very well this summer. She was a silver medalist at the Olympic Games, and she's had a little trouble in her matches here. Of course, Serena Williams is basically a force of nature. You never know what you're going to get. She's been playing great here, but she's also capable of being a little bit impatient at times. If her game's a little bit off, she can start spraying that ball. She's going to need to move Safina around because even Safina's in the best shape of her life. She really isn't the greatest mover on the tour. As for Safina, she's going to need to serve well to take control of the rallies. You can't overemphasize that against a dangerous player like Serena. You've got to get her on a little bit on the defensive to start the point. Then you got to try to move her around. Preferably if you can move her back and forth a little bit, not allow her to run freely side to side, where she can really load up and crack those winners either down the line or cross court. Then maybe you've got a shot. I'm Peter Bodo for Tennis.com's U.S. Open Report.